All right, good morning, 10 o'clock. We're warming up very nicely across Southern California. Still a hot day today, but things are going to start cooling down over the weekend. And by the beginning of next week, the middle of next week, we should be at really comfortable temperatures. A little breezy, Sky Park, Santa's Village, Lake Arrowhead. Trees moving around just a touch. Los Angeles, your hourly forecast at this hour, we're going to reach 78. And then we go up to 84 by 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We peak 2 and 3 o'clock at 85 degrees, back down to 82 degrees, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I'll give you all the details coming in a moment. Jessica, take it away.
Mark, thank you. The parents accused of murdering their 7-month-old baby are set to appear in court today. Despite a 3-week search, baby's remains have yet to be located. KTLA's Aaron Myers live now at the Riverside Courthouse with the details. Aaron, good morning.
Good morning, Jess. Now, the parents were here at the end of August for their first court appearance, but weren't arraigned at that time. That is expected to happen in about half an hour. And we have seen many supporters out here this morning for baby Emmanuel waiting to get into the courtroom. As you said, Emmanuel O'Hara, just 7 months old, has been missing for 3 weeks. He was reported missing on August 14th. And we do have a little picture of him. You can see the baby here. Now, his parents are set to be arraigned this morning. Investigators do believe, even though he has been missing, they do believe he died several days before that. Now, Jake and Rebecca Haro have been charged with murder and filing a false police report. The Haros were arrested last month at their home in Cabazon. This after Rebecca Haro said that the 7-month-old was kidnapped from a Big 5 sporting goods store in Yucaipa during an assault that she said left her unconscious and with a black eye. Soon after her initial report, investigators said they noticed inconsistencies with her account of events and said the couple was being uncooperative. And in a news conference, the district attorney says they believe Emmanuel was severely abused over time and that he succumbed to his injuries. Investigators have searched for baby Emmanuel. Jake Haro even seen on one of those searches, but the baby's body hasn't been found, though the district attorney did indicate authorities have a strong idea where his remains are. In jailhouse interviews with the Southern California News Group, both of Emmanuel's parents denied involvement in his disappearance. Jake Haro, though, has a previous felony conviction for willful child cruelty. He was also arrested last year for illegal possession of a loaded firearm and has probation violations. Many people once again have been out here this morning showing their support for baby Emmanuel.
I'm hoping that they plead guilty, and we're going to be going to the trial, every court date. I'm going to be right here. I live 5 minutes away. I'm going to be here to support baby Emmanuel.
Now, investigators and the district attorney's office have not released much information about what they think happened to baby Emmanuel. They have been asking the public to be patient. We are hearing this arraignment will take place in about 30 minutes, around 10:30. At this point, both Jake and Rebecca Haro are being held on $1 million bail each. Reporting live here in Riverside, I'm Aaron Myers. I'll send it back to you both in the studio.
Aaron, thank you. There are growing concerns about RVs taking over the streets of a San Fernando Valley neighborhood. Homeless people are using the RVs for shelter. Residents say they've complained to the city about the trouble that the RVs attract, including crime and parking issues. KTLA's Omar Lewis is live in Winnetka with the details. Omar, good morning.
Eric, good morning. You know, for months now, neighbors tell us they've been pleading with city leaders to do something in regards to these rows of RVs like the ones here behind us on Winnetka Avenue here this morning. But they say little has been done at this point, leading to a mix of frustration and safety concerns. We can show you the problem here this morning and tell you that RVs and trailers have been lined up here in Winnetka along roads like Chase Street and Winnetka Avenue. Residents like John Shreve and others sent us numerous videos documenting these encampments they say are growing, bringing trash, crime, and drug activity steps away from their local schools and parks. Another longtime resident tells us she's been complaining for more than a year now, but says officials keep putting Band-Aids on the problem.
Nothing gets done. They come out, they move the RVs, and within 2 days later, they're right back with more trash, more people. You hear arguments at 3 o'clock in the morning. They need to do something about it, help these people out.
My biggest concern is the kids down the street, you know, because I mean, with all these schools, they're seeing all this trash. They're seeing all the open drug use.
And those neighbors say they've reached out repeatedly to District 3 Council member Bob Blumenfield's office with little response. But just hours after KTLA started making calls, a Department of Transportation officer showed up and began citing vehicles. While it's unclear whether those citations were already in the works or a direct result of our calls, nonetheless, those citations were written for violating the 72-hour parking rule.
What are you citing them for today?
I'm citing them for being parked more than 72 hours.
I think it's because of you guys. You guys are basically putting the spotlight on them. So now they have to do something. But I guarantee the moment you guys leave, the RVs will be gone. 2 days later, they'll be right back.
And Councilmember Bob Blumenfield released the following statement to us saying, quote, "My staff and I are aware of the RVs and ongoing issues at this location. We're working with city departments, including LA Sanitation and LAPD, to conduct a cleanup. Connecting unhoused folks and RVs to supportive services has been a consistent challenge. However, we will continue to provide all resources at our disposal to address these issues." And neighbors out here say they want these issues addressed as soon as possible before more RVs roll into their community. We also reached out to the LAPD, which says enforcement for these types of issues is left up to the LA Department of Transportation. That is the latest for now here live from Winnetka this morning. I'm Omar Lewis. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
Omar, thank you. Rick Caruso is considering a possible run for California governor or another shot at mayor of Los Angeles. The billionaire developer told Bloomberg Television that he is seriously considering both offices and says he'll make a decision soon. Caruso is a Democrat who lost to Karen Bass in 2022. He has been critical of the city's preparation and response to the wildfires back in January. Meantime, another candidate for governor has launched his first ad.
California's too expensive. As governor, I'm going to do something about it. I'll hold the line on property taxes. I'll break ground on affordable housing.
30-second spot from former LA Mayor Antonio Villaraigosa will make its debut tonight during the first game of the NFL season.
Anaheim officials are considering the possibility of an aerial gondola to connect the Honda Center to Disneyland. They say it would provide a modern and vital connection between the two main tourist attractions. It's an ambitious plan, but filled with some challenges. That includes how to bypass the 57 and 5 freeways. City officials are still looking at multiple options.
Some of the things we might be looking at are autonomous vehicles that can be operated safely without a driver, what's known as trackless trams or buses that don't require overhead wires, and then yes, one of them is gondola. But we do want to caution everyone that we are potentially years away and merely in an exploratory phase.
So it's just a preliminary proposal for now, but if and when it ever gets rolling, it's estimated a gondola would at least cost nearly $130 million to build. And with that, we turn it over to Mr. Krisky.
With that,
he was talking about his new shampoo.
New shampoo.
That he found, and it's got caffeine in it.
Caffeine in it.
And how does that help your hair?
I have no
Mark
idea.
and I were exchanging hair tips.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if you can get a shot of that or not.
Caffeine-infused shampoo.
And I was writing it down.
Alpecian caffeine shampoo. There it is.
Okay.
Can we,
have you tried it or no?
Yes, and I like it. It kind of makes your hair a little fuller.
I mean, your hair looks fabulous.
Yeah, see, look, the proof is in the pudding right there.
So your hair stands up because it's got caffeine in it?
No, I mean you gotta work it, but it just looks good.
Okay.
All right, there we go, Alpecian.
Sold.
Yeah, and apparently it's got high ratings on the internet. The Webbers like it. So give it a shot, folks. I'm the new spokesperson. But caffeine. But it doesn't. You would think it would come out a darker color.
Yeah.
Right.
And a brown or something like that. No, it comes out in a light sea green kind of thing, or sea blue. Blue.
That's the color of the shampoo.
Yeah,
not
and
your
it
hair.
smells good. It doesn't smell like coffee. You know, although the smell of coffee isn't bad either.
No,
but I like it anyway. That's what we do during commercials here.
I'm reading a story about a gondola, and you're talking about your shampoo.
Shampoo, exactly. We're full service, my friend. 75 temperature, 4 degrees cooler than yesterday at this time, and relative humidity at 71%. Winds west-southwest at 7 miles per hour. Almanac yesterday, 94.85 is the average, 103. That was the record set in 1955. You can see the computer models. little bit of light up here and there in the Inland Empire and also up in the desert areas, but